Morning everyone, it's Thursday the 30th of September. We're just about to set off to Fanon-les-Bains, which is the start of the Route de Grand Alps, and we will be just making our stops up as we go along, depending on how far and how tiring the driving is. But we'll see where we get to. We've just peaked at the Rue de Colombier, or the Col de Colombier, at 1660 metres. We're on our way back down. Everything seems to have gone okay, no troubles. Road's actually very quiet. Don't know if I'd fancy doing it in the summer when it's busy.
A few cyclists out, aren't there?
Yeah. At least they give them a countdown of how far they've got to bust their legs for to climb up. So we knew where the peak was coming because it was going 12 kilometres, 10 kilometres, so on. But just look at that view.
It's stunning.
Might just pull in this little car park and let the dog have a walk and let Bryan have a cool down. You see, he's not showing us high or anything, but I think it's always prudent. It'd be nice to get a few photos.
And a cup of tea.
And a cup of tea. So is it worth the twists and turns?
The twists and turns were a little bit wearing, but I mean, this is just breathtaking, yeah.
Good.
Don't get done by a vulture.
basically this is our stop for the night. I think we've done about 60 or 70 mile. This little parking spot belongs to the farm up there, and they charge you €2 to park here. We're just above the village of Clousas. There's a small ski resort, or might be just the pass resort, but look at these mountains. These mountains are amazing, and I'm just going to flip you around. Yeah, we got snow-capped mountains out the front window, and those buildings up there, there are a couple of restaurants, cafes, and I think there's a small shop to serve the skiing and hiking community. But just flick you back, it's going to be amazing. You can hear the cowbells from up on the top of the hill, right the way up there. Yeah. Just for me. Well, we've just had a lovely beer at the height of the pass, and we're just walking back to Bryan now, but we've dropped out of the sunshine into the shade of the mountain.
It's cool.
That shade of the mountain. And how would you describe it?
Fresh.
Yeah.
Chuffing freezing.
Chuffing freezing is one. Look, this is the first time I've worn a long sleeve since I set off from England. But I'm in shorts and sandals,
Well,
which isn't really helping. And it's definitely cold as soon as you get in the shade. But we'll be back at Bryan in next to no time. And
might need a wee first.
well, there's lucky. Because they're right there, look. If she can understand how to operate them.
Yeah.
Anyway, on that note, we're going. Good morning everyone, it's Friday morning, the 1st of October, and that's our view. I've just finally got out and give the windscreen a clean whilst the farmer was muck spreading. I think he was just trying to upset the French people who were got the tables and chairs out and were having breakfast outside as I walked up to the bins to take our rubbish away.
It's certainly quite farmyard smelling out there now.
Yeah, it definitely smells of the countryside.
Yeah.
So
we've got near cows, you expect to smell cows, don't you?
Yeah, lots of bells as well. Woke us up at 8 o'clock. I had to put the heating on again this morning.
Yeah, it's chilly.
It was all right. It was fresh. I'd have managed, but why struggle? 366 miles to the Mediterranean. We're probably going to try and keep it down to about 75 today. We're going to try and find a washing machine, and we've got an idea. We might park up near Val D'Isere, ski resort to the rich and famous, which should be ideal for us because I've never been skiing. It's unlikely we'll ever be rich the amount that we drink. But anyway, that's enough for an introduction. We'll carry on.
Now that I'm looking back, I can see all the signs I tried to fill in the cracks that were spread in my mind, but I was all out of hope, lost in an endless maze. The emptiness had unfolded just like a void, but you broke the coldness somehow and lit up a flame. Ooh, I was done feeling hopeless, screamed out loud because it felt impossible in my bones, like getting blood out of the stone on my own. But you came around and removed the thorn in my soul. You guided me out of the storm. I found home in your arms of gold, in your arms of gold, in your arms of gold. It's funny how easily a life can be torn apart. Why couldn't I simply see that I was sick at heart and I am in deep debt? The climb we did was unreal. You made me so speechless. I just can't believe it. You broke the coldness somehow and lit up a flame. Ooh, I was my own enemy, screamed out loud because it felt impossible in my bones, like getting blood out of the stone on my own. But you came around and removed the thorn in my soul. You guided me out of the storm. I found home in your arms of gold, in your arms of gold, in your arms of gold. I rise from the ashes with pins and patches. We carry on. I rise from the ashes. I heal from.
Well, we're at the Col De Aravis. This is the highest we've been so far. This is 1,968 metres. Wind's a bit fresh, but the sun is bakingly warm. Even Helen's in a t-shirt, and I'm in my t-shirt and shorts, and there's a little guy up here selling all sorts of wares to the cyclists who have cycled all the way up here. And I don't know about you, but I think that's a little bit mad. But it must be definitely on the Tour de France route because of all the markings on the road, which I'll try and get a shot of in a minute. Right, well, we're dropping off the Col De Aravis, Roseland, and we're coming up to a really mighty twisty section.
Yay! I
Helen loves
the
them.
twisty sections. Not.
We've done the Trollstigen path in Norway, which is meant to, but if you actually look down there, you can see the road twisting and turning around.
So it's going to be a bit of fun.
Yeah, well, maybe fun in another vehicle, it's just going to be steady and beautiful. But who needs the Stelvio Pass?
My doubts are gone. Yeah. Felt impossible in my bones, like getting blood out of the stone on my own.
Well, as we were coming down the hill, a motorbike, we pulled over to let him go past, and he's hit a little bit of gravel or something on the road, and it's actually come right off. So they're all attempting to pick the bike up and get it back on the road. I hadn't realised that motorbikes were so heavy. Anyway, the motorbiker is absolutely fine, not hurt himself at all, which that's the main thing.
After our excitement of helping the biker who'd skid off the road off just in front of us, we've had to come and do more mundane stuff like get the washing done. We're at Borg St Maurice, which is a very pretty place, but we're at the lavery ready to do our laundry again, and thankfully the machine has just become empty by the looks of it. Oh no, it hasn't. Helen just shouted at me somebody's took the drying out, but I'm going to have a walk around the shop, pass the time, maybe have a sandwich, see what happens. Well everyone, we've just got all our washing done, and we're heading up to the Col De Aravis. We've got a parking space lined out for tonight. It reckons we're going to gain 1,000 metres in 17 miles. The road's pretty flat at the moment, and has actually gone down a little bit, so I don't know how much we're going to gain, but Helen's glad she got a washing done.
Yeah, it was a bit stressful, but yeah.
But it's really hot. It's about 23 degrees, which neither of us were expecting this high. I don't know what it gets to in the summertime, but it's damned hot. Well, it's not very often that you like being behind a big truck, but one thing when you're in a camper van with following an HGV is you always know if he fits and can make it, you're going to fit and you can make it. So never be worried about low bridges, tight corners or sharp roads if you're following an HGV, unless of course he's really lost as well.
Came around and removed the thorn in my soul. You guided me out of the storm. I found home in your arms of gold. In your arms of gold. In your arms of gold. I rise from the ashes with pins and patches. We carry on.
Well, here we are in the bustling heart of Val D'Isere. That to our left is the Office of Tourism. This is the centre of it, and we're here, and absolutely nothing is open, and I mean nothing. I don't even think we're going to find pizza. You know, I know it's sort of between seasons, but you'd expect a little bit more. But it's a nice looking town. We were just looking at the price of the houses, and when you're looking of upwards of 4 million quid, and even a 23 square metre studio is 310,000 euros, I think it's a little bit out of our price range. Just a little. I'll end up just parking for free and enjoying the view for free, because that's the way I roll.